Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. It's almost the end of the year, so it's the time of the year when everybody is busy calculating how much money they spent this year and also budgeting what they're going to spend next year. At the same time, it's also the time when there is mega sales going on, all these Black Fridays, 11/11, all those big sales all over the world. So definitely a good time to address some of the budget killers that are unleashed by these consumer companies on us. And they spend millions of dollars to put us into these spending traps, to the point that they've even coined terms for these and there are abbreviations for that. So far, we've tried our best to stay away from these budget killers, but there are times when we also fall victims of these spending traps that they lay on us. So let's get started. So the first one is spaving. This is a combination that of the word spending and saving that these consumer companies use on us. Simply put, they want us to spend more money while we think that we are saving money. And they do it in a very smart and discreet set of ways. Let me give you some examples. So the first one is that when you're in an online store, be it on Flipkart, Amazon, or any of these places where you're ordering some stuff, and you see this free shipping if you add 2 more items. Now, you may not need those 2 items, but because you see that free shipping option and you don't want to pay that shipping cost, you end up looking for some items and try to fill that basket. The same goes with when you're ordering food, maybe that free delivery upon certain number of dishes that you order. So that's their way of making sure that you're spending more while you think you're saving at least that shipping cost. The second is trying to entice you to buy another product by putting a scheme on the product. So you go into the mall and you see that you buy this pair of shoes and the other pair of shoes is half the price, or 30% of the price. Now you don't need that extra pair of shoes or that shirt, but because you say, hey, it's at half the price, I'm getting that other product, so might as well as buy that. So that's their other way of making sure that you're spending that money. The third is they're giving you credits. So you say, or they say that, look, if you spend 5,000 rupees, you get a 1,000 rupee voucher. You say, it's fantastic, I'm getting 20% discount. But what they are giving you is just another 1,000 rupees for you to spend more. So these are some of the examples in which the companies have this spaving unleashed on us. Now, what can you do about it? The first one is to be aware of this. So whenever you see this free shipping cost, or when you're at the mall and you see this buy one, get one free, buy three and get one free, or buy one and get one half price, or spend X amount of money and you'll get Y amount of money as a credit or a voucher or a discount. So whenever that happens, just remember that the company is spaving you. This is the term that they use towards us anyways. The second is do the math. That when you are going to just press that clicking on that buy button, before you do that, just think that if you've got 900 rupees worth of in your shopping cart and you are paying 50 rupees for that shipping cost, and they say that if you do it to 1,000 rupees, that 50 rupees will be waived away. So they're making you spend 100 rupees more in return of that 50 rupees benefit that they are giving you, which you may not even need that product. So do that math and see that does the math tie up. And once you've done that math, once you're aware and you've done that math, the third step is then ask yourself that is this something that is worth going for, or should I even buy? Or should I just keep that in that basket, that 900 rupees that is there? So basically for this spaving, I would say the counter would be mindful spending. So don't fall for spaving and just have mindful spending towards that. The second one that is typically unleashed on us, especially with these fintech companies that have popped all over the world, is this concept called BNPL. That is buy now, pay later. Now what this is that I think you've probably seen it on your daily basis, that you're just about to click buy or press buy there, and there'll be some links that's saying that instead of paying through your cash or credit card, why don't you pay with the X or Y bank, and then you'll get 3 equal free installments. Or there are so many of these fintech companies that are there that you subscribe to that, and they'll give you some um, points as a return, and you keep accumulating those points, and you will pay it in 3 equal installments. Now it sounds good, but as they say in the business world, that there is no such thing as a free lunch. So it's not that these companies are doing a charity towards you. They are making money in two ways. One is that they are charging that product as a percentage, because they know, and the product company also knows, which is selling you that, is that by unleashing this buy now pay later onto you or us, the chances of propensity for you to buy increases a lot more. The second is that these fintech companies are really hoping that you miss your payment, because if you miss your payment, there comes a big fee or interest rate that comes in to recover their money. So what can you do about it? A simple rule of thumb: if you don't have that much money at that moment and you need these equal monthly installments, then ideally you should not be even buying that thing. On the other hand, if you have the money, then you should not be needing a buy now pay later. You should just be paying then and there. And why? Because if you keep buying now pay later, and you keep adding those buy now pay later for one shirt here, one meal here, or some shoes there, or something like that, it keeps adding up to the point that you will not be in control of your budget, because these schemes mean that you'll be paying it in 1 year's time as equal installments, or over 6 months time. So you don't know in month 6 or March of next year what your total expenditure is. And if you paid then and there, then you've countered it, managed it in your budget. So in my view, buy now pay later serves no benefit other than just feeling good that you're paying over a long term or a long period of time. The third is this concept, which is NEOP: neighbors envy, owners pride. Now, this is based on this advertisement that was, I think, in the late 80s, or at least when I was very young.
How I'd love to watch you sink, Anita 21, to the bottom of the sea, so you can never make me envious again. Really? Anita 21, don't envy, enjoy it.
And this as a concept is unleashed on us on a daily basis, because the companies want us to feel that pride that we own it because our neighbors don't. And at the same time, these companies want us to be also that neighbor, that we feel envious that someone else has that particular toy or a gadget or something that we don't. Now, if you look at it, the first one and the second one, which is the spaving or buy now, pay later, these have an impact on your budget. But they have a comparatively less damage, because this is you will probably overspend on a shirt here, or maybe even an iPad or a laptop here and there. But this neighbors envy, owners pride, is this is where the big spending generally happens, because this is where the big companies are targeting. That's the airline industry, that's the hotel industry, that's the car automotive industry, and that's the housing industry. These four, these are the big ticket items. Now, how do you notice that? When you're on a hotel site, booking.com or any of those sites where you're booking your hotel, you will see that somewhere it'll be written that so many other people are looking at this property. And you will see that so many bookings have been done right now, or so only 3 rooms are left within this range, or 3 tickets are left within this flight for this particular price point. Because they want to play with your FOMO part, that fear of missing out. They want you to have that look, why don't I have this while the others do? Similarly, the car industry as well as the housing industry play heavily that this is going to be your pride, and it will be, within your social circle, you'll be standing up tall. And that's why they put big hoardings all over the city about this is the elite exclusive. They use these words, creme de la creme, da da da, that so wholeheartedly because they want to play with that dynamics of yours or your mind there or our mind there. Just be aware of these three uh, budget killers, and make sure that you are mindful whenever you're doing shopping, that are you falling as a victim of spaving? Are you buying now because you don't have money, because that's why you want to pay later? Or are you using the scheme because it's just available and it'll play a wreak a havoc on your budget? And are you buying something just to be that neighbor's envy or your peers envy, and you're falling for this American phrase called keeping up with the Jonases, that you're always chasing that comparison dream? So if you're mindful of all these things, hopefully your budget for the next year would, you'll remain within budget and it'll help you out there. At least it has definitely for us.